Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my custom tactics that I've been using for the FUT Champions this month. Actually, I've managed to finish Elite 3 for the month, so they're pretty decent tactics. I've been doing all right, to be fair. So yeah, we'll go into the custom tactics. So as you can see, you can obviously alter these slightly for yourself, but personally I put the main thing that you want to do from this tactic is the defense. So I personally put this all onto the bottom because I concede so many goals from over the top balls and just through balls that break through my defense, and it's so frustrating. So by putting it really low, it means that your defense literally sit back on the edge of the box the whole game. When they have the ball, of course, the aggression means that they don't just surge the other team, they just sit back, hold the defense. And the team width basically means that if they get the ball out to the wide side, let's say they're attacking from the left, your players won't shift over to the left side, they'll stay in that position. Whereas if I was to go and put it on 100, for example, all the players would move over to the left side and try and cover that player that's attacking from the left, which means he can switch the ball and he'll have a lot of room. So yeah, personally I put it all down to the bottom. There are some people that would disagree, and it really depends on how you defend. Of course I changed this to cover instead of offside trap, but basically I personally prefer to back off my opponent, not get stuck in and surge them all the time. So this for me personally works really well. Whereas if you are on the other side, you like to run at the other team and try and win the ball back as soon as possible, then you might want to put the pressure high up, because that means your defensive line will be high, and you might want to put the aggression high up because that means all your players will be running towards the player with the ball. And at the same time, the width you might want to put up a little bit for the same reason. Of course you can feel free to like alter this a bit, maybe change it to 20 on each one so they're not literally playing like part of the bus the whole game. But I personally just put it as low as possible so they do sit back, and I pretty much don't concede any through ball goals just because my defenders are so far back all the time. The chance creation, I personally put this on free form as opposed to organised, just so that my players can interchange. So for example, my cam can drop back a little bit if needs be, and my centre mids do attack and they swap positions or whatever. It just makes it a lot more free flowing, more fluid, I guess, when you're attacking. To my understanding, I believe that if you put your passing really high, basically all your players will make forward runs, and if you put your passing really low, they'll come short for more like close tick-attack type football. So I personally put it really short, pretty low down, so that all my players come near me when I have the ball, so I can play like nice little short passes. Whereas if you are a player that likes to bang it wide or put it over the top, you might want to put it a little bit higher up. Crossing, I'm not too sure exactly what these stats do, but I believe the crossing, the higher up you would have that, the more players that would get into the box and vice versa. However, I put them just both low. I don't know exactly what they do, but I would assume that the higher up you have the crossing, the more likely you are going to have players running into the box. And I don't really cross the ball, which is why I'm keeping it pretty low. But that is, to my understanding, how that works. Shooting, I have no idea, so I'm sorry about that. Then build up play. Speed I put it quite low because, like I said, I do play more short passes as opposed to banging it over the top. And it also means that your fullbacks, they don't overlap as much, which I'll show you what I do to my fullbacks in a minute. But the higher up you have this, the more likely your fullbacks and wingers are going to make forward runs. And I don't really like to play in through balls a lot. I prefer short passes, so I keep it quite low. Passing is the same. I'm pretty sure that does the same as chance creation. It just makes your players come close to you or whatever. And positioning, I keep it unorganised. I don't know, just so it's a little bit more solid when you have the ball at the back line. And then chance creation obviously is for when you're higher up the pitch, so that's when I put it on free form. But from when you're just getting the ball out of your defence is, in my opinion, better to have it organised. So yeah, that's my custom tactics. I will quickly shoot through all the player instructions. So for my fullbacks, have them both on stay back while attacking and conservative interceptions, just so, like I said, they don't run at the defenders, they do hold their shape, and they do sometimes overlap, so it's not going to stop them from overlapping, especially, for example, Cerner, who I'm pretty sure has high attacking work rate. Yeah, he has high, so they are going to surge regardless, so it does help keep them back a little bit. The centre backs the same. I have stay back while attacking and conservative, just so they hold their shape, of course. Goalkeeper, you can't put anything on. Then for my midfielders, I have balanced attack, stay on the edge of the box for the cross just so they don't surge in the middle, because I normally don't use big strong midfielders, so it does stop them from just running into the box and being useless basically. Interceptions I keep on normal. I do have put it on aggressive sometimes, but the only thing is they run out of stamina so quickly when it's on aggressive, so I've knocked it down to normal interceptions. And then stick to positions just so that they're not literally wandering around the pitch. They do hold a little bit, but the organised makes them interchange a bit. I have that the same on both my midfielders. I do have on the right side stay back while attacking because I normally use Kante there, and he's literally not really a goal threat at all for me. So I keep him on stay back while attacking, whereas the other side I had Yaya, so I did have him on balanced. For Cam, I put on stay forward just so that you have an extra person attacking, and you already have 6 defenders effectively with this custom tactic, so I keep him up the pitch. Stay on the edge of the box for the same reason I normally use Coutinho, so it stops him from just running in. I do have him on free roam, however, just so he does go from attack to defense a little bit more fluidly, and I have him on conservative interceptions to save the stamina. I do have the same for all these 3 as well. I have them all on conservative interceptions. For my wingers though, I do have it on stay forward and stay wide, just so that they can get the ball out quite wide quite easily, and then they can cut inside, get in behind, so they do make forward runs sometimes. Because I do play the occasional through ball, it's just not always that I do, so it does help a little bit if I want to do a counter attack or something. Conservative interceptions, like I said, just so they're not always surging and they're not wasting their energy. And then for the striker, because I've been using I don't normally use Harry Kane, so I do have it on getting behind, so I can play a through ball if needs be. Because if I have it on target man or something, I do find that they just kind of stare at you. So getting behind does help a lot more. Stay central for the same reason, just so that they don't wander off. Basically, they do just kind of stay where you need them to be. Conservative interception, so he doesn't waste the stamina, and then defensive pressing. I guess it's just personal preference, but I have it on press the back line, just so that if you put it on, for example, cut passing lanes, they may just run around a bit more, whereas press the back line, they will stay against the centre backs, and it makes it easier for them to then run on for a through ball. So yeah, that's my custom tactics and player instructions, guys. I hope this helps you out. Obviously let me know if it does work for you or not, and feel free to tweak them a little bit to sort your own needs. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you're new around here, of course. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.